All right, I leave in about an hour for my first day at Orleans. If I don't look great, been sneezing a lot the last few days, but pretty good to go right now. Wanted to say, don't know if, I'll be able to get as many hours as I want. I was told by people who have worked at Orleans in the last year, there's as many hours as you feel like. I was also told that the shift, I start at 11. Some people, okay, people who work at Orleans all year, I imagine they just have their normal schedule. And I know at Bally's, people start like all day. The latest some people come in is 1 a.m. So I don't know exactly how it is at Orleans. I know for the summer dealers, there are 3 shifts. You could start at 11 a.m., you could start at 4 p.m., you could start at 6 p.m. I'm starting at 11 a.m. I was told that gives me the opportunity for the most hours. I actually see arguments for all 3 of them. My shift, I'm there the earliest. If anyone happens to work until 2 a.m., the people who started at 11 get the most hours. People who start at 4, when your 8 hours is done and it's midnight, no one new is showing up. And, well, no new summer dealers, no temp dealers are showing up. Maybe a few full-time dealers, but not a lot more people, if any, are showing up at midnight. Probably everyone who started at 11 is gone. Probably a lot of people who started at like 6 around that time might be asking to leave early. So I could see that, and I could see 6, because when your 8 hours are done at 2, probably no one, temp dealers or full-time, are showing up after 2 a.m. So I don't know, I could see arguments for all 3. I'll feel it out, I'll see. I don't know if I'll have the chance to change shifts if I see that another shift is getting way more hours, but we'll see. And I don't know, maybe I get some, and I know that another shift gets more, and next year I apply at Orleans again and ask for a different shift. We'll see. I have no idea. Besides the hat, this is part of my uniform. The belt. I said in another video, I bought a belt. This is funny because I have a belt, but it's like really tall. And it reminds me of an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Frank had bought a lot of stuff from like this fence, this like guy who like sold like maybe not stolen, but like not like original goods. What's the word? Like a knockoff goods. And Marie was complaining about this pair of pants that Frank bought from this guy and gave to her. And she said, they tore the first day I got them. And Frank says, you didn't read the instructions. You weren't supposed to sit down in them. They're not sit-down slacks. That's funny because the belt I have, it's in the closet, but the belt I have is so tall, it's really annoying if you're sitting down. If you're standing, it's fine. If you're sitting, it like the bottom part digs into my legs and the top part digs into my waist. So I had to buy a much thinner belt. The other belt I have is probably like twice as tall as this. Anyway, black pants and just a hat. I'm not wearing the hat, but it's on that hook. Anything else? I will let you know how things went when I come back. I'm not leaving in the next few minutes or anything, but I'm leaving soon. I will let you know how my first day was. Today on the schedule, almost every day has a tournament that starts at 11, at 4, and at 6. Those are the 3 shifts for the summer dealers. Some days only have 2, only have an 11 a.m. and a 6 p.m., but today's 11 a.m. is No Limit Hold'em. And so for at least the first 5 hours, I think that's all I'm dealing. No Limit Hold'em tournaments. I don't know when 4 o'clock starts, if they'll move me over. I mean, I guess, because people will be getting knocked out and they'll need fewer people for the No Limit event. At 4 o'clock, an Omaha 8 satellite starts. Tomorrow is the Omaha 8 tournament. Some people are going to play the satellite today, try to qualify for that. So those are the only 2 games I could be dealing. And if I'm ever dealing cash, the only cash games that go are No Limit Hold'em, Limit Hold'em, and Omaha 8. So today, I think it's literally impossible to be dealing anything except Hold'em and Omaha 8. And my worst games, not really worst, just PLO is kind of annoying. I think there's at least 5, I don't know, maybe like 8 PLO tournaments. Just on later streets, multiplying like 5 and 6 digit numbers could get annoying. But I could probably do it better than most people, and probably the players will just be pretty automatic with it and like tell you what the pot is anyway. And yeah, that's about it. PLO is probably the game I'm looking forward to dealing the least, but I am about to leave, and this Airbnb, nice room, nice house, nice area, booked it kind of late because I was holding out hope that I could get a room at Orleans, which there is a code. If you book through the Orleans website, not a third-party site, if you book through the Orleans website and use the code POKER, all capitals, you get a 35% discount. The thing is, it's 35% off the room rate, but then taxes added on and the resort fee is added on, and for most days it was about 120 a night this summer, so just didn't make sense. This Airbnb, which I have for 2 weeks, is about 50 a night, and then a second Airbnb, which I have for the rest of the summer. After I leave this Airbnb, I go to another Airbnb for 37 nights, and that's like $29.50 per night. And both these places are only like 2-3 miles from Orleans, so pretty good. Got the commute I wanted. We'll see if I get the hours I want, and I will let you know how the day went when I come back from work. Alright, first day. Not as many hours. Not a great start for hours, but got 7.5 on at 10:30. Tournament started a few minutes after 11 at 7. Well, they had a lot of people show at, I think, 6. And yeah, so a lot of people who started early had to leave. I was one of them. But it was solid. Delta table that had Greg Raymer on it. Met a bunch of people who watched the videos. Someone who also works there. Someone was at that table with Greg Raymer in seat 1, watched the videos. Someone came up to a table and made a motion like he was eating something with a spoon, and a few other people. So it was nice to meet everyone, and thanks to the dealers, not that they watch the channel, who told me some of the procedures I was doing incorrectly. Nothing like I never pushed the pot to the wrong player, but there were things I thought there was going to be an orientation, and like the things I thought we would learn at the orientation. Like, I did what I thought made sense, and sometimes it wasn't the way they do it over there. So now I know, and yeah, just no limit. There were a ton of people for that first tournament, first one of the series. Over 200 alternates that, like, they didn't have tables. They didn't have enough tables for everything. I'm not even sure. I thought I heard someone say, because at 4 o'clock there was supposed to be a $100 Omaha 8 satellite to tomorrow's Omaha 8 event. I think they didn't have enough tables for that. Like, it started late, if it started at all. I think that's what I heard someone say. So, a lot of people, but still limited space. I think there are 35 tables in the actual room, and then tables 36 through 59 out, like just outside that short wall. So 59 tables total. And yeah, we were told that, I don't know how much overtime there will be, but I was told if you want to work on your days off, you could tell a guy, which I might do in a few days or a week or so, on your days off to work the latest shift, because they didn't get a ton of people who wanted to work that latest shift. And you know what some people are doing, which might be good for next year, or maybe I'll try in the middle of this to do this. I think a lot of people have 2 positions, not going for any overtime on either, but with 2 positions, even though your wage, you'll never get that overtime pay of $11.25 per hour multiplied by 1.5. You'll get a lot of hours if you have 2 positions. There were some people said they had to leave early to get to their second job, and some people said, you know, I could work 11 to 7, but I need to leave right at 7 to get to my second job. So that might be something to do later in the summer if I feel like it, or definitely next summer. Maybe like this and the WSOP until the WSOP, yeah, I could start at 8 p.m., never earlier than that, something like that. So, yeah, first day. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Thinking about going to Red Rock and playing, not sure, but, yeah, tomorrow is a Monday, so tomorrow you will see what I got paid. Oh, yeah, went to the EDR downstairs. It was basic, but it was all right, and it was free. That's cool. My card didn't work when I clocked in. There were like 50 of us. Mine was the only one that didn't work. not thrilled about that. So I just wrote down like my time in and my time out, and someone's supposed to do it manually. And because tomorrow, even though it's Monday, it's Memorial Day, HR isn't in there tomorrow. So tomorrow it might not work also, and Tuesday's like the earliest I could get it fixed. Go in a little early and get HR to make me a new card. That's always annoying when there's a problem with getting paid, but whatever. Keep track of my hours and my downs and everything, and I know when I'm supposed to get paid, so I'll check to make sure that I do. If I don't, I'll tell somebody, and that's it. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow is also mostly or all no limit. Haven't memorized the schedule yet, but today only dealt no limit. 7.5 hours on the clock. 12 downs, and yeah, see everyone in the next video. And remember, rice is a spoon food.